Hey everybody, welcome. It's Friday, April 22nd, 2022. Can't believe we've made it through another week and we're almost at the end of April. Thank you for joining me today. I am Coach Mona with Journey.Of.Purpose Life Coaching, and I just love it when you're able to join me, whether it's live or after the fact. So thank you once again for taking time to add me into your life today. We are going to be looking at checking your attitude, and that is part of my 21 days that we've been working on with spring cleaning our life. And that may seem like a simple thing, but it may not be as simple as you may think once you look at it. And checking your attitude, it just means, are you on your way or are you in the way? Are you living life or is life living you? Those are just some things to look at and consider when I say check your attitude. And mindset is everything. It affects everyone around you. It affects you. And you may think it's only in one part of your life that you might need to check your attitude. But honestly, I think if you look back in things we've talked about, that one area of your life can affect the whole life. So, little simple things that we've talked about is no negative Nellies, disperse of relationships, or maybe take a step back from them if they are toxic. And unfortunately, that's not just friends, colleagues, sometimes it's family. And I think that makes it really even harder when you find that there's toxicity in your family too. You'll have to excuse Zoe today. She's letting us know that she's around again, so we'll just let her talk to herself over there. And it's always good to forgive. I know we can't forget, but forgiveness is really to help you move forward also. And it can help the other person you're forgiving, but maybe it's not something you do in person or a conversation you have with another one. But you just want to get rid of the resentment and just live for forgiveness so that you can move forward and look at positive things in your life. So all of these things can help you with your attitude and giving it a check and see where you're at. Another question could be is how do you react to things? Sometimes that shows us our attitude. If we're overreacting or getting really angry or mad, when really it's not that big of a deal, or maybe it is a big deal, but still you need to handle it in a more positive, non-threatening, toxic way. So I have just a few suggestions. Some of them might sound familiar because I know we've used them in other areas that I've talked about on here. But sometimes I think those are good reminders, and sometimes there's things that we haven't thought about when we look at checking in with our attitude. And I'm going to throw it out there. This is really good too to help with our children because being a kid can be really hard, and I think it's so fun, maybe activity you could do to make a negative into a positive, and it also teaches them how to cope through life. I can speak personally, I probably didn't have the best coping skills taught to me, and so many things had to come as an adult. But if this is something you have kids or friends or mentors or nieces and nephews, whatever it is, I just love being able to be a positive impact on younger people. So this is always something, if I don't say it, if we can turn it around to help those, that would be great. So here's just a couple suggestions to help you with checking in on your attitude. Give yourself something to look forward to. And they kind of said like a light at the end of the tunnel, right? So if you're feeling kind of blah today, if at the end of the week you get to go out with friends or you're going to do a special movie night in, whatever that is, give yourself a light at the end of the tunnel and something positive to look on. Have a firm grasp on your likes and your dislikes. Know exactly where you're at. Sometimes that means setting boundaries. Maybe you already have the boundaries set, but just be really good and present where you are with yourself. Nobody else can do it for you. You can do it for yourself, and you've got to be the leader in that. And I think, too, that'll give you empowerment, give you control, confidence, in areas where that's needed. And do something productive right now. Just go out. If it's something that's bugging you, something you've been meaning to do, just go out and do it right now. Make a decision, do it, and it's kind of like an accomplishment, no matter how big or how small. I love this one. Compliment someone, whether it's through a smile, whether it's through saying thank you more often. And I know people have said, well, we can't really see people smile with a mask on, at least in my area, but you can see people with their eyes when they smile. And do it with purpose. Do it on purpose to be nice. And it's amazing how when you do that, it'll make you feel better, and the impact sometimes that you get in response from other people is amazing. And I don't recommend doing this every day, but there are some days where, you wake up with a bad hair day, the guy in front of you is moving too slow in the speed limit, you get stuck in the slow line at the store, and it just seems like, ugh, what am I going to do? One of those days that just don't seem so positive. That might be a good day to just take 5 minutes and just write down everything that's bugging you and get it out and throw it away. I don't say do this every day, and I don't say make this a common practice, but sometimes there are days when that's okay to do that and move on, because it just seems like one thing after another. And then stop, breathe, and repeat. This can be used in so many areas of our life, but I do think at times when we're really maybe like something that could be stressful for us, like checking in on our attitude and seeing where we need to make changes or make, positive additions, whatever it be, just do that process. And it's amazing how that clears your mind, it slows your breathing down, it relaxes you. And once again, this is a good process you can use for straight across your life in many other areas. And it helps you be present, slow down. It's could be some me time, if you're not allowing a lot of me time. And don't take yourself so seriously. I think we need to laugh and have fun a little more. And sometimes I think we do take ourselves way seriously. And this would be a good time to kind of lighten that load. And I'm going to end with this one. Buy yourself something nice. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. I kind of say this is budget. This would depend on your budget. Something nice might be a fancy purse for one woman, but it might just be a latte. And they said a cake pop, just treat yourself. Give yourself something nice. So as you reflect back on check your attitude, I want you to think about everything we've discussed today. And I'm curious where you are at if and when you check your attitude. What's one area in your attitude that you think might need a little TLC and a little attention, a little, I say tweaking, refining? What is an area that you see you and your attitude needing to become friends with? Share that in the box. And as always, thank you for joining me. Any questions, let me know. And until Monday, enjoy the journey, be empowered, live on purpose, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.